he picked her up from her middle school where she was attending as a student to go and have sex with her.
No he hecho nada malo.
The truth in my heart, I feel that I haven't done any wrong.
She actually uses the word seduce. In both cases, Judge, she uses, for a 12-year-old, uses the terms penis and vagina in front of strangers. It gives you an idea of her maturity. And I believe she's a very elegant young lady. She was never forced and that she voluntarily admitted to sex.
R3039, State of Texas versus Hector Enrique Lara Sanchez. Do you solemnly swear or affirm you will faithfully translate from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Mariana Rios.
All right, so Mr. Sanchez, either you're going to use the interpreter or you're not going to use the interpreter. So do you,
Yes.
okay. So do you wish to use the interpreter?
Yes.
You entered a plea of no contest on November 1st, and this is according to the plea bargain agreement. Punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 15, and the state is opposing your application. All right, state you're opposed. Do you have any witnesses?
No, Judge.
All right, defense, do you have any witnesses?
So, Judge, I have some exhibits.
All right. State, do you have any exhibits?
Just what's been previously admitted.
All right, defense, what are your exhibits?
2 exhibits, Judge, and possible third. State defendants 1 and 2. If I may explain,
Just a moment.
previously offered to ADA before I introduced him.
All right, any objections, state?
No objections.
All right, state, I'm sorry, the court will accept into evidence defendants exhibits 1 and defendants exhibit 2.
And they are, Judge, defendants 1 is a translation of the interview of the complainant. She appeared to be more comfortable in Spanish, so they brought in a Spanish-speaking detective. And I've marked in, it's a short read, I've marked where she spoke to the detective. And the defendants 2 is the same nurse interview with the complainant.
Mm-hmm. All right,
May I continue?
yes.
In both cases, Judge, she uses, for a 12-year-old, uses the terms penis and vagina in front of strangers. It gives you an idea of her maturity. And I believe she's a very elegant young lady. She is consistent in both interviews. And in fact, in the first interview with the detective, she states that she was never forced, never threatened, and that she voluntarily admitted to sex. According to the law, that makes no difference. But it could make a difference in punishment. The you're writing, Judge. At any rate, in the interview to the detective, in the last encounter she had with the defendant, she actually uses the word seduce, that she attempted to seduce the defendant.
But
Once
isn't she
again,
in
we're not
elementary?
trying to indict the complainant.
No, I understand, but isn't she elementary school age?
She's 12 years old, Judge, in the 7th grade.
Okay.
In this case, as the PSI reports, the mother, and I know my wife would have been upset had my child had sex with someone of that age, as any mother would. The mother says she's forgiven the defendant. She hopes that she doesn't spend much time in prison. We hope that you would acknowledge that there is a young kid in front of you. He's 23 years old, older than the complainant, but to us, he's a young kid. His whole life is ahead of him. If she had been a few years older, we wouldn't be here. In my review of all of the evidence, and especially having seen the interviews with her. And I have a copy of her interviews, not for the interview, but for the way she looks and how she presents herself, if the court wishes to see it. I know many times the court never sees complaining witness unless they come to court and testify. This would give you an idea of how elegant she looks, how mature she presents herself, how unafraid she is to talk to a stranger detective about sexual terms. If the court wishes, I can introduce this as a part of the evidence.
Any objection?
Judge, I would affect that just based on the relevance.
It's part of the evidence, but was never introduced, part of the discovery packet.
All right, any other objections? All right, do you want to mark it?
Yes. I'll leave it in this packet then.
Sure.
We offer defendants 3, Judge.
All right, state's objection is,
If the judge wants to take time to look at it,
yes. State's objection is overruled. Defense exhibit number 3 is admitted.
thank you, Judge. There's 2 views. Bear County, I think, does a good job. They have a view from a top and one at eye level.
Court has reviewed defense exhibit number 3. Are there any other exhibits for the court to review?
Not from the defense, Judge.
All right, state, any other evidence?
Nothing in state, Judge.
All right, the court will hear your argument.
Judge, it's very brief.
Oh, just 1 second, state.
Judge, defense has mentioned how elegant the 12-year-old complainant was and her mature vocabulary, but the defendant was well aware of the child's age. He told the detectives that the complainant's mom informed him of the child's age, and he continued to have sex with her. He picked her up from her middle school, where she was attending as a student, to go and have sex with her. When officers arrived at his apartment to find them, she was not clothed, hiding in his closet, indicating he knew very well that he was doing something wrong. Again, he claims that he was dating the 12-year-old victim for over a year by the time that he was caught. So the argument that he was unaware of her age or thought that she was older, she appeared older, it's irrelevant, Judge. She was having sex with this 12-year-old for a year, and we would ask that you deny his application and sentence him for the 15 years.
All right, defense.
May I respond?
Yes.
First of all, Judge, as I understood what the ADA has said, the defendant was not in the closet. The complaining witness was in the closet,
Yes.
hiding. And secondly, as ADA has pointed out to me, at some point before the last arrest, there was a police call to, I'm not sure what the location was, but the police were called and the mother told the defendant her age. The complainant states they had approximately 4 consensual intercourses. So the first 3, we contend that he didn't know her age. She looks older than 12-year-old.
All right, so the 4th one, did he know her age?
She did. We cannot deny that.
All right, and did he pick her up for middle school?
She called him, according to what I've read, she called him to pick her up. And I think it was an occurrence, happened often. He would pick her up at home and take her to school and just drop her off. Not stick
To middle
around,
school?
but just drop her off.
To middle school?
Yes.
Okay.
Whether he knew, he paid attention to other children that were there. Evidently, he did not. But it's true. He knew the last time he had sex. And that's when she said she used the word seduced in the interview with the detective. Perhaps this defendant is from Honduras. I don't know if the laws are different. I'm sure they are. I don't know what the age of consent is in Honduras. For instance, in Japan, the age of consent is 14. I've read that somewhere. At any rate, there's no doubt that he's guilty of this assault. We would ask that because of his young age, he is under an immigration order to be deported, and he will be deported. We'd ask that you grant the application for deferred and allow him to return to his native country. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Mr. Sanchez, is there anything you wish to say?
No, señora juez, yo en este momento,
Well, let me have you sworn in. Can you raise your right hand?
oh,
May I preface, Judge?
Yes.
Mr. Lara Sanchez, you and I have talked about the term perjury. And you understand that if you lie to the judge or in a court proceeding, you could be charged with a very serious felony.
Yes,
So whatever you're going to say to the judge is going to be the truth. Is that correct?
yes,
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
sí,
yes.
All right. You can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Héctor Enrique Lara Sánchez.
Héctor Enrique Lara Sánchez.
All right. What would you like to say?
Yo en este momento voy a hablar un poco sobre lo que pasó con esta jovencita.
At this moment, I would like to just talk a little bit about what happened with this young girl.
Yo iba a,
And let me just stop you for a moment. You're making a statement to me, but I want you to know that if you decide to make a statement to me, then the state will have a chance to cross-examine you or question you.
May I confer, Judge?
Yes.
Manténlo en tu corazón, como sientas. Es todo. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Do you wish to continue?
sí.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
En este momento yo, señora juez, yo le pido una disculpa.
At this time, Your Honor, I would like to apologize.
Nunca fue mi intención en hacer algo malo con ella.
It was never my intention to do something wrong with her.
Yo iba donde su mamá a comprar comida, era un cliente de ella que yo compraba comida ante ella.
I would go over to her mom's to buy food. I was one of her clients and I would go buy food from her.
Y en ese fue como yo la conocí a ella.
And that's the way I met her.
Pero nunca, en ningún momento, nunca supe su edad.
But never at no time did I find out her age.
Y yo, en este momento, yo le pido de por favor que si me pueden ayudar,
At this moment, I would like to ask you, please, if you could help me,
por favor.
please.
Yo, como le confesé a mi abogado, el motivo de poder llegar aquí a Estados Unidos
As I told my attorney, the reason for coming to the United States
es para ayudar a mi familia,
is to help my family out.
porque el motivo de salir de mi país fue porque tuve un accidente.
The reason why I left my country is because I suffered an accident.
Yo siempre con mi madre necesitaba comprar una medicina, pero no teníamos la capacidad para el dinero.
And I always needed to buy medicine for my mom, but we never had the availability to purchase it without the money.
Entonces, yo decidí emigrar para buscar una mejor vida para mi mamá, ayudarla y apoyarla.
I decided to immigrate in order to find a better life, to be able to help her.
Yo trabajo desde mi edad de 12 años para mi familia.
I've been working since the age of 12 to help my family.
Y el estudio que yo me di, yo trabajaba de lunes a viernes,
The education that I gave myself, I was working Monday through Friday.
sábado y domingo yo estudiaba en el colegio,
Saturday and Sunday, I would go to school.
pero pues lamentablemente pues en Honduras es todo privado, entonces ya yo mismo me daba mi estudio.
Unfortunately, in Honduras, everything is private, so I myself would study on my own.
Entonces nomás llegué lo que fue medio año de tercero de ciclo común.
And so I was only able to finish half a year of a common cycle.
Y pues por eso yo pido una disculpa y que si me puede ayudar, por favor.
And that's why I would like to apologize and to ask you, please, if you could help me
Con el accidente que tuve mi mamá, pues quedó muy mal.
with the accident that my mom suffered.
Mi papá, pues igual tiene una, no sé si es hernia en esto de aquí. Y pues igual necesito ayudarlo, apoyarlo para que él se pueda operar.
And with the accident that my mom suffered, she's not doing too good. And my dad as well. He has a hernia right here. And so I don't know if he needs an operation.
Y yo en este momento le pido que por favor, si me ayudan,
At this moment, I would like to ask you, please, if you could help me
me regalen una oportunidad.
to give me a chance.
Yo vine a este país no para hacer maldad.
I did not come to this country to do wrong.
Mi cultura es diferente,
My culture is different.
pero yo nunca, mi cultura es diferente, la de Honduras a la de acá.
But I never, well, my culture is different between Honduras and here.
Yo trabajaba aquí en lo que es el escaping.
I was working here in what's known as landscaping.
Nunca tenía una novia hasta que la conocí a ella.
I've never had a girlfriend until I met her.
Y pues con ella pues estuve hasta el tiempo que estuvo.
And with her, I was with her until the moment that I was with her.
Nunca pensé lo que me podía pasar porque pues en mi país pues es diferente mi cultura.
I never thought of what could have happened to me because in my country, Honduras, the culture is different.
Y pues yo le pido de por favor, si me pueden ayudar, por favor.
And I ask you,
Tengo
please, if you could help me, please.
este momento que he estado aquí encerrado,
This time that I've been here locked up,
ha sido muy difícil para mí.
it has been very hard for me.
Somos seis en familia,
There's 6 in the family,
8 por todo con mamá y papá.
8 in total with mom and dad.
Pero este tiempo ha sido difícil en la manera de que yo los ayudaba a ellos para la comida y cualquier cosa, los alimentos, todo.
But it's very hard for them. It's been very hard because I'm the one that was helping them out to purchase food and stuff.
Porque desde que llegué yo no tengo ningún ahorro, nada más que mi dinero que he ganado lo he invertido en ellos.
Because ever since I got here, I don't have any savings. All the money that I've made, I've invested in them.
Y yo le pido, señora juez, por favor, si me puede ayudar en esta ocasión por lo que estoy pasando.
And I ask you, Judge, if you could please help me out through the situation that I'm going through.
Right. State.
Just a few questions, Judge.
Judge, we would object to any questions by the state. The defendant has only stated peripheral facts about his life, about his family. We would object to any cross examination by the state.
All right, that'll be overruled. And for the record, when the defendant entered his plea bargaining agreement, he gave up the right to remain silent. Let me ask you a question.
You said that when you came to this country, you didn't come to do anything wrong. Do you think you've done something wrong?
La verdad, dentro de mi corazón, siento que no he hecho nada malo.
The truth, in my heart, I feel that I haven't done any wrong.
You claim that you didn't know the victim's age, correct?
Sí,
Yes.
But you told detectives you did know her age. Correct.
Correct.
es perfecto. Pero yo vine a saber su edad hasta cuando me arrestaron.
That's perfect, but I came to know of her age when I was arrested.
So why is it that you told the detective that you knew of her age, and then you continued to have sex with her, correct?
Sí,
Yes.
yo nunca pensé tener un problema así,
I never thought I was going to have a problem like this.
porque, como le digo, pido una disculpa ante todo, ante la juez, personas que están a mi alrededor,
As I
ante el
said,
abogado.
As I said, I apologize to the judge, to everybody around me, to the attorney.
Pido una disculpa
I apologize
porque mi cultura es diferente en Honduras a la de acá. Yo nunca pensé tener el problema por lo que me causaron.
because my culture is different between here and Honduras, and I never thought that I was going to have a problem, the problem that was caused.
So you say the difference of culture, but you knew what you were doing was wrong, right?
En el momento,
At the moment,
yo sabía que era su edad, pero nunca pensé tener problemas. O sea, nunca pensé lo que me iba a pasar.
but at the moment, I knew what her age was, but I never thought that it was going to cause any problems. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Entonces,
Why is it that you told her to hide in the closet when the police were there if you didn't think that you were doing anything wrong?
perfecto.
Perfect.
Cuando la policía llegó al apartamento,
When the police arrived at the apartment,
yo espero y me entiendan y me comprendan.
I hope you understand and understand.
Yo salí a la sala,
I came out to the living room,
pero salí vestido.
but I came out dressed.
En ningún momento me he negado, en ningún momento he dicho mentiras.
At no time have I denied myself. At no time have I lied.
Desde que estaba con el detective, yo siempre dije la verdad.
Ever since I was with a detective, I always told the truth.
Cuando yo salí para afuera, a lo mejor ella tuvo miedo y se escondió en el closet,
When I came out, maybe she got scared and hid in the closet,
pero yo no la escondí en el closet, ella se escondió en el closet.
but I didn't hide her in the closet. She's the one that hid in the closet.
Y yo pues espero y me entiendan y me comprendan porque pues en ningún momento me he negado la verdad, lo que pasó.
I hope that you can understand me because I've never denied myself as far as what happened.
Judge, I have no further questions.
Any other questions?
Of you, Judge. Mr. Lara Sanchez, the complaining witnesses said that approximately 4 times you had sex. Is that correct?
Sí,
Yes,
And it was only the last time that you knew her real age. Is that correct?
sí,
yes,
Did she appear to be older than the age that you eventually found out that she was?
sí.
yes.
And when you say that you don't think you did anything wrong, is that because she voluntarily engaged in sexual intercourse with you? Is that correct?
Sí.
Yes,
You never threatened her?
No,
You
no,
never forced her?
no,
no,
And she always willingly accepted your advances?
sí,
yes,
And on the last occasion, she actually said that she made advances to you so that she would have sex with you.
yes.
So I have your best wishes.
Nothing further, Judge.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to deny your application, find you guilty, sentence you to 15 years in prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $1,500 fine, time and money to run concurrent, and Chapter 62 registration. Did you review the document with your attorney entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal? And did you understand it?
Yes,
Right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
yes.
The courtroom fell silent as Philip Thomas Washington stood before Judge Stephanie Boyd to be sentenced for a series of violent aggravated robberies. What unfolded wasn't just another criminal hearing. It was a painful reminder of how one reckless decision can destroy countless innocent lives. The prosecution called one of the victims, Cynthia, who described the terrifying afternoon when she was relaxing in her apartment after a long day of volunteer work. She had only recently moved into the apartment and often kept her front door open while helping members of her community. That kindness was exploited. A woman approached Cynthia pretending she needed help, then returned moments later with Washington. Without warning, he pulled out a handgun and pointed it directly at her face. Terrified, Cynthia handed over everything she had, including the cash she had just withdrawn to pay her rent and monthly bills. The nightmare didn't end there. She was forced to raise her shirt and lower her pants while the robbers searched her belongings before stealing her phone and leaving her traumatized. In court, Cynthia fought back tears as she explained that the robbery stole more than her money. It shattered her sense of safety. Despite continuing to help others through volunteer work, she admitted she would never forget the fear of staring down the barrel of a gun, wondering if she was about to die. Washington's mother testified for the defense, explaining that her son had struggled with bipolar disorder and later became addicted to methamphetamine after falling in with the wrong crowd. She pleaded for compassion, saying drugs had completely changed him. Judge Boyd wasn't persuaded. She confronted Washington directly, asking why he chose to point guns at hardworking people instead of keeping a job. She reminded him that countless people battle addiction and mental illness without terrorizing innocent families. Her most powerful question echoed through the courtroom. Why did you call your mom after you got in trouble instead of before you committed these crimes? Finding no excuse for the violence, Judge Boyd imposed the agreed sentence, 22 years in prison, concurrent across the cases, along with deadly weapon findings and a permanent reminder that armed robbery leaves victims with scars that last far longer than stolen property.